Good afternoon. It's Monday. It's time to go to work. So today what we're going to talk about is managing your failures. That's right. I said managing your failures. You see, too many people got in their mind that they're too big to fail, that they can't fail, that they're too far along in age to fail, that if something happens to them in failure that they won't be able to recover. Well, I want to tell you, you got to be able to manage your failures. And there's two aspects of that you should understand. Let me get you to the first part. The first part is the fact that you will fail. That there are things that you've already done in your life that didn't work out the way you wanted it to. You didn't get the promotion, or you didn't get the job. Your kids didn't turn out the way you wanted them to, or they had a mishap in their life. You had things that you can look on your life right now and say, if I could go back in time and make this change or that change. The key to it all is managing your failures, because when you look at those situations, ask yourself, how did you manage that failure? If you managed it incorrectly, if you managed it poorly, then that failure catapulted yourself to another failure and to another one and another one. And then what happens is that now you fall into this rut where it seems like your life is just doomed, it's ill-fated. You see, people like to study successful people. But the problem is we only study the successful people at their height of success. Jack Ma, he failed miserably many times before he became successful. Mark Zuckerberg failed before he became successful. Sylvester Stallone failed. Tyler Perry failed. Oprah Winfrey failed. Warren Buffett failed. All these people, there is not one person who was successful at the level that people will respect and study them that did not fail, more than likely multiple times. But how they managed that failure was a determining factor to them reaching the height of success that they've reached. You don't like Donald Trump, maybe, or maybe you do. But the man got a loan from his dad, made millions and millions of dollars, lost it all, was dang near bankrupt, filed bankruptcy in some of his businesses, was $1 billion in debt, but then he came back and became a billionaire. You may not like him, who cares? I don't really care about that in this one. The fact of the matter is the man failed, he managed his failures. He managed his failures. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, didn't make his high school team, managed his failure, made the high school team, went to college, played in the NBA, wasn't winning championships, managed his failures, won championships, went and played baseball, managed that failure, came back, won some more championships. It's about managing your failures. But you got to know that they're going to happen. And when they happen, it's not you, it's an event. It's a pause in your life. It's something that you learn from, that you gather yourself up from, that when you got knocked down, you stood back up. That's all a failure is a moment for you to build your character. And I'm not saying go out in life just looking for failure. Of course, every aspect of life you want to be successful. And you should strive to be successful. You should develop the ethics and manage your relationships so that you can become successful. But if you run into a failure, and it may not be a complete failure that causes you to shut down your company or shut down your marriage or shut down your relationship with your children or lose your job or something like that. It might be a moment in time in those positions you learn from and make the situation better. Make the situation better. Manage your failures. And see, the thing about failures is that you can fail 10 times. But it only takes that 11th time, that one time, for it to go right, and the level of success that you hit at that point. Stratosphere is what it hits. You know, you can have a business, it fails. You can have another business, it fails. You can have 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 more businesses, they all fail. But that 7th business, it's the one that goes off, and next thing you know, you're a multimillionaire. You can have a marriage that fails. You can date someone that fails. You can have another marriage that fails. You can date another person that fails. But then you meet that one, you got it right. You've managed those relationships, you've managed those failures, and now you're in the right position and the right person has come along. They've been managing their failures, and now together as a unit, boom, now you got that lifelong love relationship that you've been talking about, that you thought that you had before, but now you got it because you managed your failure. You see, managing your failure, you only need to be successful one time in most things in life. And then the beauty of that, once you become successful once, you start practicing that success and you become successful again and then again. And now success becomes your habit. Where failure was your habit, now success is your habit. And now as you continue to practice and you develop it, you teach others how to be successful and how to make that their habit. But all persons must go through some level of failure and not make it a habit of failing, but turn that failure into teachable lessons that manifest itself in success because you have learned from them and you're stacking yourself up on top of them so that you can finally see above the horizon. So that's what I'm telling you today. Today is Monday. Get to work. Manage your failures. Look at your failures. Don't look at them to weep or to wallow. Look at them to say, what can I learn? Look at them and say, what can I make sure I don't repeat again? Look at them so that you can stand on them and look further down the street, further across the land, further through the valley. Because you can. Your greatness is there. Your greatness is managing your failures. And I know that you can do it. And then when you hit success, repeat that success and keep repeating that success and then teach someone else. Because your greatness is non-negotiable and so is mine. And y'all have a great day.